All right, y'all. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Uh, check this shit out. All right. Uh, my enthusiasm for wanting to go see this movie because I love Harley Quinn as a character has been destroyed. Ewan McGregor, I think it's his name, Ewan. I'm gonna just say McGregor. McGregor, who's playing Black Mask, he just ruined it. He ruined it for me. This guy right here, this fucker here, just ruined it for me because he came out and said that Birds of Prey is a feminist movie and it's basically in a subtle way, as he puts it, is going to um, make a highlight of misogyny and all this other shit that men barely. And what the fuck? Always somebody messaging during a video. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm not doing this shit again. Fuck it. Anyway, he came out and again said it was a feminist movie that highlights misogyny. And god damn it, he better stop fucking messaging me. And he was gonna shit made me lose my train of thought. And that it was gonna highlight misogyny and shit like that men don't want to talk about and blah blah blah. It's not that men don't want to talk about it. It's that it's not as bad as what these radical feminists try to make it seem. And you just literally turned a movie that I was excited to go see, and you just admitted it that it's gonna be one of those movies. I no longer want to watch it now. I was gonna watch it. I really wanted to go watch this movie, and then you just threw that out there. Just threw it out there. Fuck, man. So, Huntress again in the comics now. Huntress is, you can clearly tell that she's mixed race. She's clearly Italian. Italian descent, based off of her mother or her father, or both of them, I think. Uh, Apparently mixed race. Basically, what's canon now is that she's clearly mixed race. Either mixed race or a, completely a black Italian or Latina or something. Clear, clearly not white. You know what I'm saying? But by what they're saying, this is based off of the uh, Birds of Prey by Jordan B. Gorfinkel and Chuck Dixon, which I showed in the last video. Clearly, if it's based off of that, which I highly doubt it's based off of it, uh, back then, Huntress was clearly white. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She was clearly white. You could not say anything other than that. But right now, what's canon right now, Huntress is clearly mixed race or whatever. Black Canary is clearly a white woman with blonde hair. Like, there's, like, literally, there's nothing other than that. Let me just show you here. Uh, Fuck Jussie. Fuck that motherfucker. Fuck him with a hot lead pipe. Let's see here. Matter of fact, let me just do this. Don't you do it. Boop. And scroll it down. White. White with blonde hair, you know. Go to images. White. I don't know who Britannica.com. I don't know who that chick is, but that on the right there, I don't know who the hell she is. But man, she is clearly not going all the way with Black Canary here. And these are like all the different versions of Black Canary. White with blonde hair, people. White. She is a white woman with blonde hair. Okay? All this race swapping shit is getting kind of annoying. Okay? I don't like this race swapping shit. And again, I have no problem with the actresses. But in this case, if you wanted a black woman in your movie or all these, like, there's only like two, like, I don't know, two, three white women and like two, and all, of course, they get the two villains who are white and not black, or Mexican, or whatever. They just chose the two convenient villains that are white, huh? Love it. Anyway, since it's a feminist movie, yeah, it's attack on men and apparently straight white men too. I'm guessing they're gonna use Victor Saz as a as the symbol of an incel. Anyway, not Renee Montoya. I have no problem with her. Rosie Perez is gonna fit that role perfectly. Uh, Everyone knows Margot Robbie does a great Harley Quinn, but in that trailer, which is constantly just all over the fucking place right now, she was clearly drunk, and that her drunk voice while trying to sound like Harley Quinn is not a good sound. It really is not a good sound. Sounded off and kind of annoying. But she does make a great Harley Quinn. Uh, Mary and Miss Bell here. What they could do is swap their roles. You have Belle playing Huntress, and then you can have Mary play Black Canary, and then give Mary a blonde wig. You know, that would make things more accurate there. That would make things way more accurate, and you don't have to, and you won't have to try to fire somebody and hire someone new. No, just swap their roles. That's all you would have to do. And I already know why they did this shit. The making a black woman play an obvious white woman in a movie, because they've been constantly doing it and doing it and doing it to try to get their sales up and try to spark controversy and try to get people to come and watch their movies. The thing is, the people that they're pandering to are literally the minority of the minority. You're gonna make way less money. You're probably gonna just break even, or something like that. Like, you got to think about, like, people sit there and say, "Oh, they made such amount of money." Well, did they make enough money to cover the cost to cover the cost of making said movie? That's another thing. Captain Marvel, after Captain Marvel and all these other movies that clearly a lot of fucking people hated because they fucking sucks. Well, actually, I think Captain Marvel was like the only one that Disney put out that people actually fucking hated. The rest of them people just didn't like. Uh, it turns out that Disney was, fudging the books and shit. So, let you know something right there. Also, you have if this movie makes a certain amount of money, how much money did it take them to make the movie? If they made more than how much it took to make the movie, then now you gotta calculate how much more did they make. Did they make a good amount of profit or not too much profit? Was it even worth making the movie at that point? If you only made, like, if it took them $1 million to make a movie, and then they make at the box office 1.5 million, people would say, "Oh, it's a win." All those haters that hated this movie and blah blah blah. Well, technically, the movie only really made in profit, back profit to them, was 500,000. You gotta think about how much money it took to make the movie and how much they made off the movie. But people aren't really thinking about that. They just see a number and then they just throw it in your face without actually thinking about, like, okay, did this really cover the cost of how much money that they sunk into this movie? You know? But see, I done ranted. I was supposed to be sticking to the characters and shit, and now I'm all over the fucking place. Anyway, or am I? I don't know. I'm still reeling over the damn 2 messages I got. Shit fucked me up. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the race swapping thing. Did that shit. Movies and shit. Eh. But anyway, let me try to get a new chain of thought here. Um, about the race swapping, there's going to be some people who probably see this and will probably call me an old white guy and that I'm a troll and all this and that shit. And they see I'm a black, they learn I'm a black guy. And then instead of calling me all this stuff, they would probably call me a coon or just a downright troll or some shit like that. They'll do all that shit. And it's all just bullshit. And because they're mad because someone is actually bringing some opinions that differ from their own. People do not like for others to have opinions that is the opposite of their own anymore, and that makes them a bigot. Actually, that makes you a bigot. And when you try to shut down someone else's opinion and try to stop them from talking, that makes you a fascist. That's part of being a fascist. That is what makes you a fascist. Is when you try to shut down someone else from being able to talk. That is part of it. And a bigot is someone who can't accept another person's opinion. If I have an opinion and you don't accept it, and you just start calling me all kinds of horrible slurs and try to smear me and shit, you are a bigot. Hands down, you're a fucking bigot. And quite honestly, I don't think that these movies and people should be just doing that shit. They're doing it to try to make a profit. That's all they're doing. They're doing it to try to stir up controversy, to bring attention to their movie, and in the hopes that they can make more money. And unfortunately, all you're doing is pissing off people. You're pissing people off, and then they don't want to see your movie. And that's not good. McGregor saying that shit in an interview, my enthusiasm for wanting to watch this movie is gone. I no longer want to watch the movie. I don't want to watch the movie anymore. It's a movie with Harley Quinn in it, and I don't want to go see it. Congratulations. You have fucked over Harley Quinn. In this race swapping, again, you can just swap the actresses. Make Mary Black Canary, give her a blonde wig, make Belle Huntress, and there you go. You're done. You're done. But they won't do that. Instead of accepting someone's opinion, because comic book fans are probably gonna spot this and they're probably gonna be like, okay, why are you doing this? This is stupid. You know, it's stupid to race swap people like that because you're going out of your way to do it. You're doing it on purpose. You are purposely turning a white character, having a black person play the role of a white person in a movie. And by saying I'm talking about Black Canary is a white character, and you went out of your way to hire a black actress to play her. You went out of your way to do it. There's plenty of white actresses that you can slap a blonde wig on, and there you go, Black Canary. But you didn't do that. Didn't do that. But I don't know what to do now. Like I feel like I just got like my opportunity to go watch a movie that I felt was going to be good has just been just taken away from me. Like I feel like the opportunity to go watch a good movie was taken away from me. And it's not really because of the fact that the race swapping shit. Yes, that irks me to no end, but I was gonna still go watch it. But the moment you say it was a feminist film, that is it's basically gonna be men bad. Single men bad. Well, single straight white guys bad. This guy is representative of a incel or some shit like that. They're bad. I don't want to watch that shit. I don't. Because they did it with MIB International. They had so many fucking scenes in that movie that was only about her, the female lead, one of the female lead characters. It was all about her. Oh, she is a queen. She is powerful. She is strong, and all of this girl power. But the scene was not needed. It was an unnecessary scene. You could have used these 4 to 5 minutes of just putting this woman on a fucking pedestal to further the story along. But they didn't. They focused less on the story for the movie and focused more on her and the fact that she's a fucking woman. That's it. They focused on that mostly. It's like fuck story. Woman, 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 woman. There was multiple scenes like that. It was crazy. And there's people who have made videos delving into it, saying there was problems while making a film or something like that, and it was different ideas, which is why it was a jumbled up mess of a fucking movie or some shit like that. Was it that movie, or am I confusing you with a different movie? I might be confusing with a different movie, but there's probably some people who have different opinions on why it was so shitty. Me, while I watched the movie, there was no story, and for some strange reason, there was unnecessary fucking scenes. Literally, a lot of unnecessary scenes that revolved around the fact that she was a woman. Like that was unnecessary. Completely. Can we progress the story here? Oh, you don't have a story, and that's why you're focusing on the fact that she's a woman? Oh, whatever. And it's it's just getting ridiculous. They're sacrificing good storytelling for women, 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 women. This is all women, women, women power and everything. Girl power and all that stuff is cool. It's cool. Because let me tell you something. She-Ra was a good fucking movie. The shows I like to fucking watch. Like, I'll go back and watch all. Matter of fact, right now I am binging Kim Possible. I'm binging the shit out of Kim Possible. Loved it. I love the series. Totally Spies. How many people actually know what Totally Spies is? How many people know about that fucking show? A team of 3 girls kicking ass as fucking secret agents and shit. It's a cartoon. It was fucking amazing. She-Ra, old school amazing shit. And guess what? All of them had fucking story. They were good. But these movies now are sacrificing story for girl power. And it ends up being a shitty product because of it. If you want to do girl power, that's fine. But give me a fucking story. But they're not giving a story. They're just giving girl power. And because of that, it ends up coming out as a shitty product. Wonder Woman. It had story. Alita Battle Angel. Story. And you know what? Everyone got the hint. They were badass fucking strong female leads. We got the goddamn hint through action. Not by you telling me. But if you're sitting there with a movie that does nothing but tell, I'm done. Fuck you. Show me through action. Jesus Christ. I'm done.